What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Divine Journey 2. I have done a few things since the last video. Number one being, I built a farming area. So, I wanted to get this going early on because we're going to need the resources quite a bit. And one of the things that we needed from it, was that elemental soil from last time. The aqueous soil auto-harvesting the crops will allow us to essentially create a small semi-auto farm with the help of a minecart underneath. And I have moved most of our crops over so that it can collect most of that stuff for us. And it's just been kind of running in the background. I don't think I've got the chunks loaded, but it's here. Actually, I think I do have the chunks loaded. So it's here, it's doing its thing, and most of our roots crops are over here that we were doing, but yeah, it's doing its thing. I moved all our, I put up a wall of drawers. I built a drawer controller that's down below us somewhere, and yeah, it's collecting stuff. So like the cloudberry, we already have over a stack. Dugonia, we have a stack. Spirit herb, we're just under a stack. Preskia and wild wheat would have about a stack. Even all the regular stuff. I'm gonna have to come over and put some void upgrades on some of this stuff, and some storage upgrades on others. But I don't think for the most part it's just gonna be like this top set that needs the void upgrades. But everything else is gonna get storage upgrades. And then once we go away from using the minecart, maybe then we can have like an auto shut off system or something. I'm not sure. Today, I want to get further into roots. I have been doing a little bit of collecting of stuff off camera. Did I plant flax over here? I did. It doesn't have... Okay, it does have a spot to go. I have flax seeds and string grown over here. Look at that. We have 7 stacks of string in here. I don't think I'm ever going to want string. Anyways, we are going to dig a little bit deeper into roots today because we have only a handful of crops left to get, and we have a handful of items, and the rest is just spells and tools and other nice little blocks that we could use for things. I completed this one. I didn't realize I hadn't done it yet, and it is Fey leather. You just use the runic shears on most of your on most of the animals that you would get leather from, so cows, horses, llamas, that kind of stuff. Our cows and our buffalo have been chilling over here. Hi. So I came over here, I used the runic shears on them, and I actually want to check something. Because there's a thing about getting life essence from them if you sneak right click. I'm wondering if I can do that on a cow. So if I just right click on them, they give me Fey leather, which is nice. I'm going to need a good amount of that. No, I want you. There you go. So I'm going to want a good amount of that, but can I get... Life essence cannot be extracted. Okay. Interesting. So I'm wondering which animals we can extract life essence from. Because you can use that in the summoning rituals, and there's a couple of animals that I think we're going to need the summoning rituals to try to get more stuff from them. Why did I come here? Back over here. Between this video and next, I am going to build our main base area. It's going to be right here. It's going to take up a 2x2 chunk area, and for the most part, our base is going to go just straight down. And maybe a little bit up, depending on how much space we end up needing for things. But, as I tend to do, I always build underground. This is me venturing out and trying to build above ground a little bit. We're going to have a little area up here that is going to have walkways that go between this area, the main entrance of our base, over there. On one of these chunks right here, probably this one right here over the water, we're going to build an area that's similar to these two buildings, but it's going to be open air, and it's going to stack up, and it's going to have all our portals for the various dimensions and stuff that we have to go to. So that'll be a thing. I keep going here. I don't need to go here. Go back over to the base. Okay, we're back over here, and as you can see, I've been making some various things. We have a lot of resources again. I went mining like crazy. And one of the nicest ones is we're going to have lots of coal coke, which we're going to need next time. We have a little bit of steel in here. But look at that. 43 blocks of iron that I'm converting into steel. That doesn't even include the 33 blocks of steel I have in here. And I've used some for a few things. I have 34 iron ingots and 33 more blocks of iron. And I've made a couple of these dank nulls to store things in because look at all these resources. And look at all these resources. That is why I wanted the unbreakable pick. We are never going to want for resources for a little while. But for now, we need to make a few things. And in order to get deeper into roots, we're going to need a couple more plants. Now, to get the spells, we need various things. I do want this Sky Soarer spell, which requires a living arrow, a slime block, block of amethyst. I should have plenty of amethyst now. But the living arrow, we need stalactite. So in order to get stalactite, oh, we also need wildwood bark. Oh, that's going to be a fun one. That comes here. We have to grow wildwood, which there's a ritual we have to perform. The wild root growth ritual, which grows some full-grown wild root, which I think I don't have any over here anymore. Dang it! I didn't bring any of that. Well, I can get that from breaking plants and grass and stuff. Anyways, I brought some of these because we're going to need those. We have to grow a tree from a wild root. But first, we need to be able to grow the rest of these plants. And this one is a chain that we have to grow them to get the rest of them. So let's start with a moonglow leaf. We have to do cloudberry, a block of quartz, block of glowstone, birch bark, and netherreed. And we can turn it into a seed to plant it. I need to go find a birch tree to get the bark. And don't mind me, I was collecting obsidian from spikes in the nether. This nether does not like me. Where is some birch? Okay, we have everything for our moonglow leaf. Got birch bark. I've got the netherreed. I've got, I think this one was cloudberry. Block of quartz and glowstone. Now I just need my flint and steel. So there's that one. I need to look up the ritual for the wild root growth. Where are you? Wild root growth. You are dark oak bark, bone meal, wild root, spirit herb, and dugonia. I don't have the spirit herb or dugonia on me. Did I? I have dugonia, but I don't have the spirit herb. Okay, well, we got our moon glow leaf. We'll have to grow that to get that stuff. The baffle cap is another one we're going to have to grow because we need more of them for the other ones. And this is all the mushrooms. An orange mushroom, Lucis spore, red mushroom, and brown mushroom, and a parescia. All of that I have here. Let's grab our mushrooms. We have Lucis spore, orange mushroom, red mushroom, and brown mushroom. I was like, I know I have them. Where are they? Alright, I can just do this. There we go. And that'll give us our baffle cap, which I can put on some mycelium. It'll spread on its own. That is probably going to be the one that takes us the longest to get more of. We can put it in a dark place and grow it like the other mushrooms, and it'll give us a large mushroom. But I'm not sure how reliable that would be for giving us our stuff. Let's see. Moonglow, we got our seeds. That's not bone meal. There we go. That'll complete the quest. I don't think I can do baffle gap out here anywhere. No, it has to be on mycelium. So let's grab a nether mycelium because I know I have that. That's regular mycelium, nether mycelium. And let's see if it'll let me do this up here. I don't expect this to work. Oh, it won't even let me put it down. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to figure that one out in a minute. I don't have a big enough dark space to try and grow it. Let's try down in the caves. You know what? I have this spawner room right here that I really don't have any intention of using because it just gives like the Cyclopses or something. Depths Ghoul. I think those guys are a, what are they, evil craft? Yeah, I don't care about you guys. I'll take your spawner though. Let's see if I can get up. That's not where I want you. I did plan ahead, and there is a small way in. But I also made a staircase that goes up outside. I was thinking I was going to use this for something else, but I'm going to end up using it for mushroom growing, I think. I don't expect this to work. Oh, hello. Nice and dark. Now I should be able to... Hey! There we go. So if I do that... It gave me 1. Oh, there we go. Now I got a couple. I got enough to finish the quest. Okay, well, I'm going to set up a spot in our new farming building where these will kind of just grow in the background. Not a full area or anything. Where am I? Not a full, like, chamber or anything for them to grow in, but just, like, somewhere in the corner with some mycelium to grow on. And they'll just grow in the background. But we need those to make the infernal bulb, which is our next plant. That gives us some stuff. I'll collect that in a minute. So to get our infernal bulb, we need a bucket of lava, magma flower, agave, and magma cream. Along with that baffle cap we just grew. I have all of this stuff. I have magma cream. I have magma flower, agave, and an inventory full of stuff. Luckily, I have lava right next to us, so that, baffle cap, magma cream, and the agave, which I didn't actually pick up. Agave! And that'll give us our infernal bulbs. It gives us our bucket back, thankfully. And infernal bulb, which I can proceed to, I need elemental soil to plant that. I think I have a little more. Or did I use all of it? I think I used all of it. I made just enough to make my little farming pod. Well, I'm going to go run over there real quick, grow a couple of these, and then come back. Because I think we need this to make the stalactite. Okay, I think I have all the stuff to try this wild root growth. We're going to hope this works. I'm not sure what the range on this is. Bone meal and wild root. I have enough to do it twice if I need to. Guess I should have dark oak wood in here. I have oak bark. Okay, we've got our dark oak bark. Let's see if this works and it gives us an actual tree. I'm watching that right there. Oh, there we go. We got ourselves a wildwood tree. Go ahead and get ourselves some wood. We do not get saplings from this. You can make saplings with a ritual, but it's really not worth it. Let's do this one more time. If I can get the bark. You know what? Let's just do that. And we can use that to make our stalactite, I think. There we go. Now we got our wildwood bark. I think there was a quest for that. Oh yeah, it did complete the quest. We got the 10. And that gives us some donuts. I'll take those. I can't complain about that. But now we need our stalactite, which is a wildwood log, a rune stone, and a stalagmite. The wildwood log, infernal bulb, wild wheat. I should have a runestone down here, I think. Runestone. And where's my stalagmite? There it is. Runestone and stalagmite. I'll have some things over here. I realized those were there. But that gives us our stalactite. And there we go. We now have all of the roots for all of the crops for roots. I just have to go collect this one a little bit. Gives us 2 silky jewels or 4 necrotic bones. I think I'm going to take the necrotic bones. I can make a silky jewel. That's not that much. Now, the only things left in roots are optional items. So we have like a collection of tools, upgrading them up to runic. We have weapons, which we can also upgrade. We have armor, which I think we are going to end up making. It's not super expensive, the exception of it costs steel helmets, or it costs steel armor to make. And treated leather to make each one. Then you can upgrade these to the wildwood set, which takes like all kinds of odd items. So like the boots require that. The helmet requires antlers. So yeah, you gotta go find some odd items for those. But that is roots, or the majority of roots. There are a couple of really cool rituals in here that would be good for stuff. So like, I looked in here at one point and I saw, which was the one I saw? There was, no, not under that, under spells. There are a couple really cool spells, so like Aqua Bubble. With modifiers, these bonuses are amplified. Creates a shield around you that not only absorbs damages, but reduces the damage taken from fire-based attacks and makes you immune to lava. So I could essentially use this to become essentially invulnerable in the nether. Because you can knock back attackers, reflect fire damage, or damage undead attackers. The different things you can do with some of these spells, because you can modify them, is really, really cool. Like, there's that one. There is Radiance, which we are going to get. That's one of the quest ones. There is, I think it's Storm Cloud was the one I was thinking I remember. Creates a localized storm that follows you around directly above your head. Storm will extinguish fires around you, and on your allies. It also gives fire resistance 3 for 30 seconds. With modifiers, you can convert lava to obsidian, water to ice, heal, shoot icicles, and cause lightning to strike nearby enemies. Tell me that isn't a freaking cool spell. To be able to like cycle through those abilities and stuff would be amazing. But for now, that is it for roots. We don't really have anything else to do on there until I get these stalactite grown, which I am going to go throw these into our little farm over here. Thing looks interesting. The roof is very flat. I made it out of glass, so I think if I do want to, and here's one thing I'm trying to maintain about each of our little structures and everything. Everything is intended to be contained. So that is going to be nothing but animals. If I need to, I can go down or up, depending on where, what animals I intend to put in there. I think we're also going to be adding in some sheep and pigs. That's probably the only other animals I intend to add into that one. So maybe one more floor above, and that's the entirety of our animals. Down below will be entirely connected to our main base. I can use it for automatic animal stuff later on for leather, milk, things like that. Let's see, if I go in here, I got stalactite, and I have an extra slot here. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to use it for yet. You get a achievement for planting all the growable crops, but get a few more of these going. There we go. That finishes our quest, and I can put them on there and give them a spot. Look at this. We still have space for one more item down here. That's stuff that I'm not sure if I'm going to keep in here. I was originally planning on using those for something, but I don't know if I'm going to anymore. So I do have spot for one more thing, and as I said, I have one more slot right here. Ooh, maybe I'll move the flax over here, because it's just kind of like an oddball item. Everything else over here is food related. The canola is going to be for something later. But that is the major parts of roots taken care of. Now, that does give us the opportunity to open this one, which is the artificial scarab wings. This is one of 3 quests that are required to unlock under here to unlock here. Because you need this one, you need to do Mystery of the Scarab 3. In order to do that, you need to finish roots to get these scarab wings, which are all root-related items. You need, under immersive engineering, you need to do this one, and then under under exploration, you need to do the Twilight Forest, which they do give you the option because some places or servers will disable Twilight Forest. You do have the option to skip Twilight and go straight to the Lamp of Cinders, and that'll give you the Mystery of the Scarab 3. That all unlocks Adam, which Adam is where you're going to have to go to get your parts for the ME system. We are quite a ways from there because we have to dig deep into immersive engineering. And in immersive engineering is where we also get the stuff to go through the Twilight Forest. I haven't decided if I want to do Twilight Forest on camera or not. Almost everybody who has ever played modded has probably done Twilight Forest at some point. And because of the way the spells and stuff work in this, and weapons, which I think I need to make a weapon. I had an idea for one. I made one in another world that is probably going to be a really good weapon. Also, I've been making unbreakable tools. I'm enjoying using these tools, and because we have the available materials right now, I made a couple of toolkits, so I have an extra one here. The shovel up there is unbreakable and also has mining speed 9 on it. So this shovel will mine anything and mine it really, really quick. I'm working on the hammer, so I can dig stuff out for our new base, which I will build before next time. I have all this stuff now. Oh, I should have put the wildwood over there. Anyways. I have a lot of inventory items to take care of. I'm out of storage space. We'll throw the wildwood in there. We have donuts. I really need to clean up inventory stuff. We need storage space is what we need. And I don't really have a lot of storage space. Let's go ahead and put that away. I'm not using it right now. I did put Silk Touch on our Almite Matic because I do have the shovel over there that is unbreakable for other stuff. And because I went mining and collected a bunch of like aquamarine and oil sand, which require that. Let's put you here. Okay, there. Inventory cleaned up. That didn't take me too long. Anyways. Wrong button. Let's put our firewood... No, let's hang on to that for a minute. So with roots essentially taken care of... why did I just open that? I wanted to open... I have to look up there if I want to change books. I want the engineer's manual. We can now really take a dive into immersive engineering. So in immersive engineering, we're going to get our first bits of power. We get access to a few cool weapons and tools and stuff. I don't really use them all that much, but the things that I do want to get in here are the crusher, the diesel generator for power, and the excavator. The excavator will definitely be useful because then I can set that up on an ore vein and it'll just collect us a ton of resources. And I'm talking this thing will collect like 34,000 ore blocks from a vein with a variety of ores available ranging from iron, gold, silver, osmium, everything. And I'm talking this thing will collect a lot. But it requires the power from the diesel generator to run. Because it's expensive. But in the beginning here, we're going to have things like a water wheel, this kinetic generator shared with the water wheel, and a thermoelectric generator. If I remember that's what it's called. Between those, we should have enough power to run most of our basic machines here at the beginning. Once we get a generator set up, we can get the bigger stuff like the arc furnace and the excavator going. But all of that costs steel, which is why I wanted to get these guys set up so early with so much available for them to work through. Now this guy, I'm running it on charcoal. It does cost a little more on charcoal, but auto smelt in these trees, I get so much charcoal, it's insane. I don't think this thing has stopped running. Coal coke, on the other hand, we're a little low on coal, but we don't need that for a minute. So let's see if we can at least get our power setup going for immersive engineering, and that is going to require going through these ones right here. This one, not so much. It's fluid tank. I don't really need fluid tanks for anything right now. I could store like milk or... Oh, actually, there is one that we do want to get, and it is this one over here. XP storage. We need to make 12 of these XP tanks. And I think we can use any glass pane. Yes. Well, I have a bunch of them sitting around left over from making these dank dolls. It's like, yeah, I have red, I have blue, I have a bunch of white in here. And then I can make more on top of that. And it requires obsidian, which I have 24 in here, but I have more in a drawer up here. So let's go ahead and make our tanks. I might have enough here. No! I'm one craft short. Well, I have glass. Glass is not something I'm short on. You're telling me I can't make glass panes with that? I'm gonna make a few extras of these tanks because it actually does work for great fluid, great XP storage. And then after that, we just need, I think it's an XP drain. Yeah, this, which is just iron bars. I don't know if I have any iron bars sitting around. I do. Does it need one or two? Just one. Okay. Well, I have just enough iron bars to make it. Ah, there we go. We have some XP storage, which will turn out great because I keep dying, so I keep losing all our XP. But the question is, I don't have anywhere to put it just yet, so it's going to go in here. Between this time and next time, I will get a base built, and then I will find a spot to put those. But for now, let's go work on these immersive engineering items. You can go there. So in immersive engineering, we need to make a water wheel, and we need to make a bunch of this treated wood planks. Now, I'm going to make, 6 water wheels? And in order to make that, we need the creosote oil, which I conveniently have stored up in a good-sized tank out here, so I should have more than enough for everything that we need. These water wheels, I think, are like 1 ingot of steel each, so they're not a problem. Our excess is just getting voided because we really don't need that much creosote oil, and after we use this up, it'll fill right back up anyways. So let's get ourselves a good amount of wood. I have actually plenty of wood sitting in here. This thing is picky sometimes. There we go. We'll take 2 stacks of wood. And we'll put that in the middle, give us 2 stacks of treated wood planks. Yeah. And now to make our water wheels, I'll collect rewards and stuff in a little bit. To make our water wheels, we need segments and a steel rod. And the segments are just planks and 4 sticks. So like I said, I'm going to make 6 of these. So this is going to take me a minute. The steel rods are just 2 steel ingots. Okay, so I was a little off there. So it's 2, I need 24 steel. And there we go, 6 water wheels. Now I'm going way over what the quest wants, just because, oh, and it gives me an extra one. Okay, well now I have 7. I don't know if I can do anything else with those, but in order to make them work, we need wire coils. I also am going to be making some of these storages, power storages for them. But the painful part right now is that, okay, I can use shears to make those for now because this thing costs steel. This is just iron. I have shears. I need copper plates. And they only give me 1 each. I'm trying to remember just how much I need here. I should have plenty of copper down here. Yeah. Where is my hammer? My hammer that is almost broken. My hammer that is broken. Okay, well, so much for that. And my shears are almost broken too. Okay, so I have 14 wire. At least for now. I need, what is it, a stick? Put those away. I don't need those at the moment. Oh, I need steel and 2 copper, and I'm going to need clay. Yeah, sure, let's just make that much. Okay, I have those, and I think it was just this to make a wire. And I'm going to need to make a whole bunch more wire to make this thing. To make these connectors, it is 4 terracotta, which is why we had to cook up some clay in here. We have enough to make 1 of them. I did grab enough to make a few extras, as well as if you take the top copper off and you only put 1 of these, that gives you a wire relay. which is also going to be very useful for us. And that should give us our second wire connector to complete that quest. Yeah. That gives us a whole bunch of other stuff as well. That gives us the wire cutters, which is nice. But from here, we can make the kinetic dynamo, which is, this is where it gets expensive. So we need 6 steel plates and a copper coil block, which is 8 wire coils. We have 7. Okay, we're actually not far off from being able to make that. Let's make another hammer. And I should be able to get everything else for that. Why did you throw that? Okay, I have enough of these. We're going to make 2 of them because we can only put 3 wheels on each of them. Had to make some more wire stuff. Oh, there we go. We've got 2 of these coils, and I am... What am I missing here? Oh, some redstone. Let's make our last steel plate here. We can do both of these at once. There we go. Got our kinetic dynamos. And I don't really care about that thing. So the only other thing that I do need to make for them is these capacitors. But I think I will skip on that for now. Because, again, they take these copper coil blocks, which is a lot of wire. Early on, this stuff is super expensive. Until you make this. When you make the press, it cuts the cost of plates and wires in half. Because you get 1 plate per ingot. And then on top of that, the wires in here are made with plates. And they give you 2 wires. So you essentially double both of them. No. You cut your cost in half on both of them. Because instead of getting 1 wire from the plate, you get 2. Actually, I'll take that back. That one gets way cheaper. Because it's 1 wire from 2 ingots. But now you're getting 2 wires from 1 ingot. So yeah, that one you get a lot more out of it. But we're not ready to make that yet. We got to do a few other things. But now that I have the stuff to get the wheels set up, I'm going to build a spot behind our area next time. And it's going to run the power through the wall. There's a way to do that. And we're going to have our power and all our stuff inside with the generation outside. But I need to get those buildings actually put up. And I will work on that between videos. But for now, that's it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. We're done with the roots. For now. We're going to come back because I do plan on making some of this other stuff in there. And some of them, like these ones, are actually be useful. We'll upgrade our pouch to get a better pouch on that. And we will make the armor, probably the tools, just to complete the quests. But we are going to come back and get a bunch of these spells because, like, this one is Radiance. It's a good attack spell. Baylight lets you just place lights in the world instead of torches. And Sky Soarer lets you fly. Some of these other ones are useful, but not entirely for the way I play. So, as I said for this time, that is going to be it for this, guys. I just butchered my own outro. That's going to be it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. I am going to make a sword and get to work on building. I have a name for it. Full stuff.